In this video, we will introduce a JDBC sample program within the Java programming language. JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity, which is a standard Java API for database-independent connectivity between the Java programming language and a wide range of databases. The JDBC library includes APIs for each of the tasks commonly associated with database usage, like making a connection to a database, creating a SQL or MySQL statement, executing that SQL or MySQL query into the database, viewing and modifying the and resulting records. Fundamentally, JDBC is a specification that provides a complete set of interfaces that allows for portable access to an underlying database. Java can be used to write different types of executables, such as Java applications, applets, servlets, server pages, or enterprise Java beans. All of these different executables are able to use a JDBC driver to access a database and to take advantage of the stored data. JDBC provides the same capabilities as ODBC, allowing Java programs to contain database-independent code. Now let's walk through some code. In our demo, we're going to be selecting some data from a database. The first thing we have here is the JDBC driver name and database URL. You can see here the database that I'm using is MySQL. Depending on the database that you will be using, you have to look at its documentation to know what kind of JDBC driver it expects. My database URL is simply the JDBC protocol, followed by my type of database, my location of my database, and then the database name. I also have the database credentials here, root and password. Within my main method, the first thing I do is register my JDBC driver. Following that, I open a connection to the database using the driver manager.getConnection. I pass it my database URL, my username, and my password. And it returns to me a connection. Once I have a connection to the database, I can create a statement. The statement basically represents a command that I'm issuing to the database. Here I'm going to be issuing a SQL DML stating select ID name password from user. Once I issue that command, it's going to be returning to me a result set, which is a table of data representing a database result. Once I have my result set, I'm going to extract the data from it using a while loop. A call to rs.next moves the pointer in the record one over or one down. Here I'm retrieving the column by name. In this case, I'm retrieving the column called ID, which is of type int. I'm also going to retrieve the column name and password in their respective types, which is strings. For illustration purposes, I'll be printing it out to the console. Next, I close the result set connection, the statement, and also the connection. I catch any SQL type of exceptions, and I can do any specific kind of handling. I also catch any type of exception. In my finally block, which is always executed regardless of the outcome, I also have another try catch. If the statement isn't null, I close it. I do the same thing for the connection, making sure that the statement and the connection are always cleaned up. Let's run our program and see what happens. Right-click on the source, run as Java application. We can see in our results that we were able to successfully connect and retrieve our data. This concludes our discussion of a JDBC sample program in Java.